mom influencers on the internet. I see on YouTube. Excuse me, guys, I'm just getting over being sick. So I look like poo, but that's okay. And I figured I would chat while we build this temporary enclosure. My chicks have an enclosure, but I'm building a enclosure instead of having to move the house in and out, their coop, their pen thingy in and out of the house. I'm going to put this by the chicken coop so the big chickens also get a chance to meet the baby chicks, all while they get to mingle and get accustomed to the outside, although it has been very, very cold. Okay, so let's talk about it. We're doing all the things, right? And as somebody, anyone with ADHD, things are just a lot harder than it is normally for people that do not have ADHD, right? Just daily life is just how it is. But as a mom, this is intensified, right? So we have all the extra mom guilt, trying to manage, remember, not just yourself, but other human beings, as well as your children and doing the things. And then with watching, sorry you guys, I just got over being sick, so still lingering a little bit. Although I did not have a cough, that was me choking on a piece of an orange. Okay. But anywho, we see it all the time. We see all these moms and stuff in their houses are absolutely perfect. And we try to do all the things that they're doing, and we just have the hardest time. We get mom guilt, depression, anxiety, all of it, right? Like we just feel like an utter failure. We're failing at life because we can't do these things. I'm just going to say this. Those people on there are like they're not legit. That's not reality. Most of them probably have a maid or whatever it is, and let alone they probably don't have ADHD, right? So it makes us get so angry that we have and or not able to do the same things they do. And I just wanted to like let everybody know, like, this is not, it's not normal for people. As I mean, you guys have seen it, right? These mom influencers that are like, oh, their lives are so perfect. Or you got the ones that their houses are completely trashed, right? But it's obviously staged, right? And then it's like every video, you'll see it 3-4 times a week and their house is that trashed. And there's no way. There's just no way. So I'm body doubling right now. Oh, thank you. I actually got this on Temu. I think it was like, I did that. They're doing that calendar thingy where you get like a big prize and they give you like 6 gifts for free by checking in. The first time you do it, you don't have to buy anything, right? But if you go around the second time, they make you spend $10 to get whatever free item. Just remember that the first item that you pick, make it be a good one. And then like the grand prize. But I got this on there, so I didn't pay for it. But even on their site, I re-looked it because my daughter wanted one. I think it was like $8 and it was local. Hey, so what I hate having to do, I try to do the local because it's already here at like the Amazon shops and stuff. But hey, it was free. I really like it, and it's really, really soft. It's like real cotton. So I don't know who the person was that made it, but it's been washed twice since I've gotten it, and it hasn't faded or nothing. And it didn't smell like fish when I got it either. Because a couple of recently when I've gotten stuff, it's taken long, you know. And it's not like it's the clothes, you know. It's the because it comes on a cargo ship, right? So everything always has like that weird smell. But anywho, yeah. So I was talking about it because I mean I caught myself doing it again, right? Like I go on and I'm scrolling on TikTok or Shorts or whatever, and I'm looking up a Pinterest, right? Pinterest is a really bad one. You go and they have videos now too, and you're like, how in the heck do they keep their house? And it's not just keeping it house, but it's like Pinterest perfect, right? And they're very, oh, and my kids do all this, and I do. I'm like, that's a lie. It's a lie. But for people with ADHD, right, like you're like, how are you doing all the things? And especially with our executive functions, it's okay to be like not perfect, right? That's why I try not to. I'm in Ohio, America. So like I said, I look like blah because I just got over having the norovirus. My son caught it at school, and then being a mom, taking care of kids, right? Like you tend to catch the illness, and I literally just got over it. So I've been really, really sick, so I didn't post a lot of videos like normal. So my throat is still sore, but that's just because I had norovirus. So I had the upper, he had the lower, and he ended up in the hospital. So it was really, really bad. And we were giving him lots of fluids, right? And they had him on all this stuff. It's just the poor little thing. And that's all he drinks is water. But body doubling. I'm attempting to see if I can do this with my ADHD, right? And talk at the same time. So I'm building this while we're talking about like just real life and like reality, right? It's just like you see all these people on the internet and their houses are perfect and they have all the, and it's like, listen, that's not reality. Even for people that don't have ADHD, it's intensified for us ADHDers. So I'm building this, but I'm going to be putting that on the top and the bottom will be open. I'm going to be letting my chicks go outside a little bit, but I don't want to have to move their brooder in and out every day. So I'm going to put this by my bigger chicks because they have to get used to each other so that the bigger chickens don't eat the baby chickens. So I'm going to build this and put this next to the big coop. And no, they're not going to live out there. They're just going to go out for a few hours a day while they get used to the outside elements as well as inside. They're about 5 weeks, and some people say you can move them outside probably about 6 to 8 weeks, but they still have to get accustomed to wind and dirt and all the things so their little bodies can build up to it. And while I do that, I do give them the electrolytes and the probiotic mix that goes in their water just to help fight off anything. So I'm assuming since I'm not doing the bottom, because the chicks need to learn to eat the grass and bugs and forage out that way, that and they're making my house smell. And no, that's not why we're sick. I did tell the doctors did check. They're like, oh my gosh, right? Maybe it's salmonella, because you can get salmonella from chicks, but it was not. My son did a test. He literally came up positive for norovirus. So that being said, anywho, poopsicles. I do say poopsicles. But like, I mean, how many of you guys have watched all these people, right? And you see it. They have like, they usually are well off. I just think it's over dramatic, right? Like the whole thing. Even the people's houses who are like really dirty, I feel like it's not even real life. That they're just pretending that they're like, there's no way. Or do they just live like slobs every day? Because you'll see them like 2-3 videos a week. Oh, look at my kitchen and my house again. And I'm like, listen, I get real life. You know what I'm saying? Because I have kids, I have animals, and especially since, ooh, I'm gonna smash my finger. I'm telling you, people. ADHD, lost track. But you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it, right? And it looks like a hoarder lived there. I'm not saying my house is that clean. Oh, poop, man, this is like, I'm telling you guys. Hola. But anywho, you guys get to watch a comedy show. Me struggle with clipping these in. Man, I watch people in the reviews on this. I got this on Amazon. It's this. So in case you guys are looking. I mean, I think it's made for rabbits, right? Or guinea pigs. And it's like this 2-story pen. Now, this will not protect from a cat, right? Because they can reach their claws in there. That's why I'm going to sit outside with my chicks while they're in this to protect them. Plus, I'll have my Great Pyrenees out there as well. She's still training with the bigger chickens, but she's been doing, I mean, she's 9 months. tripod rescue because I feel like I have to save the world all the time. And, well, not the world, but like the world too. But the animals. How did I lose those? They were, oh, there they are. Dee-dee-dee. I am not ditzy. I'm actually smart. I'm a software engineer. I can do things. But apparently talking and building at the same time is not one of them. 1, 2, 3. I wanted to see. I mean, you can build it any way you want. You don't have to follow theirs. Like I said, I'm switching. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. There we go. One more. This must be the door. That's a door. And I think that's a door. Yep. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. But yeah, like how many of you guys, seriously though, like you're on there, right? And you get inspired and you're like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this method, which is why when I did the other one, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm really mad at CapCut and Adobe. Or it might be YouTube. I don't even know what the issue was. My last video, the declutter 1,000 items challenge, right? That, what is it? The Swedish death cleaning type thing, but I know dang well I'm not going to be able to do that every single day for 30 days because I'm going to forget, something's going to happen, and I'll be like, oh no, or I lost my checklist of how many I was supposed to get rid of the next day. So during my hyper focus days, like when you've got all the motivation in the world to do things, I was going to knock out as many of those as possible, which I did. I actually got rid of more. Anywho, side point, that video was there. Someone said they couldn't hear me talking. They could only hear the music, and I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I went and I rewatched the video that I had downloaded before I had to upload it. I can hear me and I could barely hear the music, so I don't know if it was like YouTube is just, am I putting these on weird? I feel like they're not even the same direction. They aren't, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's what I was trying to say, like, you got to remember, and I know we all know that most of those people that are doing it, it's not reality. You know what I mean? They probably have help from people, I guarantee you. Or they're just like living like slobs on purpose. How many over? So 2 over. Somebody remind me in case I forget. Because I know I'm going to ask. I'll be like, wait, how many which way? Like I said, I'm not putting the bottom on this cage because I'm going to let, I mean, I guess I could put these on the bottom, actually. And then just keep the lid because in case, you know, this will protect them from, like, say my other cat tries to step on it or something. Or when they're in the coop, because I'm going to be moving their, I have a rabbit house. It's a mini chicken coop, and I'm going to put it inside the chicken coop's run. And then I was going to put this on there to give them a little bit of run because, like I said, I don't want the big chickens to see ADHD. Yes, I took my meds, but from what my doctor said, I was just like, listen, honey, something is going on because I have more brain fog, more issues with like my ADHD has just been crazy. And then he kept asking me, he's like, well, when did your mom go? And I'm like, I do not have menopause, but he's thinking like perimenopause possibly. I'm 44 and I look very old right now, especially since I was like, you know, the stomach flu, right? So I had the upper, my son had the bottom. So I had been for the last like 4 days, just, I couldn't hold anything down. I can barely hold stuff down right now. I'm drinking some, what they told, my doctor said to try calamine tea to help with my stomach. And I've been drinking some water to try to stay hydrated. So I just, you know, I feel like that's like the quickest diet anyone could ever have, right? Not that I was trying to lose weight. I've actually been on a strength gaining because when I was working in tech, I just I would spend like 12 hours or more, literally, a day, which is why I left, at a desk. And it was just constant and I like lost all the muscle and stuff, and so now I'm trying to, but right now I did not want to lose 5 pounds. You know, I was actually on a weight gain, especially with the medication that I take, right? So even though I've been maintaining the weight that I had with my medicine, which my doctor does check, you know, you do the whole drug screening and all that that's just our state though. Just because I guess marijuana was legalized or something out here. I don't smoke it. I have bad reaction to it, so. They try to do something like that when I was in California when I had ADHD out there, and they put me on THC pills, and that just made me hallucinate. I was like, I don't even know how people, but then they said I ended up being allergic to it or something, so who knows. But anyhow, the medicine can make you not eat. So they've tried me on a bunch of different ones. A lot of them made me very, very nauseous. Like I would just dry heave all the time, and I couldn't keep weight. And we tried the non-stimulants, and one of them kind of worked, but then it took away all my emotions. So like literally I couldn't be happy. I was just like meh. But my face and everything right now, it's just very, and I talked to my doctor, he's like, oh my gosh, you lost 5 pounds in 3 days. Well, yes, I couldn't hold anything down. So he had to put me on Zofran. I'm trying to decide. I just don't want the chicks, you know, feet to get caught in it. Actually, I think this might just be fine because then they can still get grass and stuff. And it might limit something to how big. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, even as sick as I am, I still changed their little poop out. And like I do the layer method outside for the big chicks, and it does not smell. Inside, oh my gosh, them little chicks. It is so disgusting. I just changed their stuff yesterday. I came in there and I was like, how is your poop so disgusting? Like literally, absolutely disgusting. And then they act like they're starving. Like I filled up their feeder. I'm like, there is no way y'all are eating that much. But maybe they are, because 2 of those dang birds, someone shared a video with me the other day. They're like, you know those little cute white chicks that you got? Or they're yellow, but they're turning like white feathers now with like, and they have furry feet. They are massive chicks. They're going to be massive chickens. And I was like, oh my, they're like apparently called they nickname them the gentle giants. The light Brahms are the biggest of all. 30 inches, people. I have a Great Pyrenees, and she is 26 inches from paw to shoulders. This big. And then I saw some, I was like, oh, they do look scary. But they're not. They're actually, even the chicks, they're super sweet and they like to be held. And someone said, oh, no, they really are super gentle. And they do love to be around their people. And they do. They definitely think I'm mama. No, those are my kids' chicks. Those are the ones they wanted. But we were looking for breeds that lay eggs during the winter versus, I don't know how to get that. It says just hammer it. But I'm telling you, just the hammer's not working. I feel like these are definitely not predator proof. I'm just let you people know that right now. If anyone gets this for because they can, maybe if you put, this could be broken by a predator. This is why they will be inside the secured 1/4 inch hard wire. I know they're not going to live in this. This will just act as an extra run, which means this part will get dirty with poop. Yeah. I am not putting a bottom. Good thing I was talking to y'all about this. And I put this together because then while they are doing the it's like 2 to 3 weeks. You have to keep them with the big chickens, but contained. You know what I mean? Like they have to, because chickens can, I tried to sneak them under the moms, or under my other hens. I don't have any roosters, just. And everyone's like, oh, listen for this sound. And she did the sound. And I was like, oh, good, she likes them. And the chick did the little chirp, and then it did the little noise. I'm like, oh, yay, she's going to accept it. No. She did for about 2 seconds, and she was broody, so she had been sitting on these eggs for days. I'm like, oh, she's going to make it great. No, no, ma'am. Good thing I put my hand there, and I got pecked really hard. She was trying to eat the babies. And I was like, well, crud, so I'll try a different hen. Nope. Apparently Americana chickens are not good mothers. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, I'm doing good. Thank you. Hi, Oscar. My name's Penny. I'm from the West Coast, so most of my friends, I mean, now I'm in Ohio, so I don't, a lot of people here don't, I mean, I do know a lot of people out here that are Spanish. My kids' friends are, but all of them just speak English, and I was like, I'm used to having a lot of people speak Spanish. I can read it and hear it and understand it a lot better than I can say it anymore, but okay. So I think it goes about, it's 3 by 2, right? Yes, yes. I feel like I keep losing these little pegs, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I thought there was an extra one. Okay. Come on. These are in packs before. So like I said, muy buen. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good too. But yeah, so if any of y'all have seen, like I said right now, so my content, it's a little mixed up because I'm trying to bulk it up, because I did just have this and just posted on it like I think everybody else did, just whatever, like a long time ago, and it was just real random, like review of a product or something that I did that I thought people should actually know about, like Monet. Don't ever use Monat shampoo. Don't ever do that. I am still having issues from that, and someone's like, oh, maybe it's because you had COVID. I'm like, listen, it happened before I ever had COVID. Don't use my stomach is growling. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it is because I was sick. I was sick. Oh no, I forgot to take these off. Poopsicles. Oh no, am I gonna have to? Ah! Okay. Please don't break the whole thing. These are a pain in the butt. Okay, good. And my finger got stuck. And these are big enough that the chicks can't get stuck in them. I can't get the heads in there, so that's good. Okay, I don't want those on the bottom because they're going to be in the coop, and I don't want them pooping on it and me having to wash the bottom of every 5 seconds. I'm just going to build them a little, like, mini run that's going to attach to the other coop so they have more room, because those chicks are going to get big quick, especially those ones that are supposed to be about however big, 30 inches, right? So let's see. Let's guesstimate. 1, 2, that's 24. Yeah, so like that freaking big. Oh my goodness. I don't even know that I did. Where did the doors go? I'm supposed to put something on here to hold the door in. Yes, I see the door. How do we put the door on? It's got to have something in here. Ah, there's the, oh, it's these. You guys. This thing. Okay. I was like, how does this work? You think I would know. I have a catico that I used one of these for that attaches to my window, and then I built the rest of it. I just wanted the frame. And then, because it has like the ramps and stuff, I should have got the wooden one, but I was going to. They're like $300 or $400, but then I saw people saying that they didn't last after one. If you live in a winter climate, they didn't last after. Ooh, I jumped. It's because I didn't want to smash my finger, people. I have phobia getting my finger pinched. Apparently, because that just happened. I built these like closet organizer thingies that were kind of like this, but they are nice, but I smashed my finger really hard. This thing, the one I have outside for the cats, okay, was not that bad. There, look, I did it. We have a square. This thing's pretty big. You guys, this was only $30. And it's like double 2-story and got a lid and stuff. But anyhow, like I was saying, like I don't want you guys giving your self a hard time. Oh yeah, about what you see from other people doing stuff and then like you can't do it. You know what I mean? I think most of theirs is fake. That is why I try to keep most of my stuff as raw as possible. Okay, so I put this on here. You guys, my ADHD. I just saw it. It said to put that. What is it using? Okay. This either A need glasses. I can read the words, but the pictures, man, the pictures. Next, we need to install a combination of doors. First, take out the metal frame and then install it to the connectors. Then install one side of the door onto the connectors. What? Why is it a ball? We're not using the, okay, we do have the thingies. Sorry, I'm reading the instructions. I put those down because that's supposed to be there. 1, 2. I can't see what they're, look, y'all. These are not the best of instruction. I think it's a ball one. Like, where are they putting the, where's the door hinge going in? I don't see where this is going in. Maybe is it supposed to go maybe on the outside? Like this doesn't make sense. It don't make sense to me. Ain't got no hinges. Like what? This ain't doing nothing either. Like what? How are they putting it? Install a combination of doors. First, take out a metal frame and install it to the connectors. Yep, did that. Then install one side of the door onto the connector. Where? I can't tell if it's the same spot or not. Maybe not. Maybe it is right here. Help me. I don't know how to. Maybe it just needs to go through that. No, this is silly. How? I feel like I'm going to bend this. I also feel like it's going to stab through my hand. Oh, jeez, my goodness. Okay, I figured it out. I'm just going to. I did follow the directions, but they were not very clear. Okay, so I guess this goes just like that. Okie dokie. All right, it opens. I don't think a rabbit can chew through it though. So if anyone's looking, $30, not bad, because it has like a bottom. So if you wanted to use this is supposed to be like the bottom, but I have chickens and they poop like, it's not like it's gonna roll off like a rabbit, right? Or a gerbil, because they have like that ball poop. Not chickens. They have bird poop, like a little nasty. Okay. So I wish I would have put, well, yeah, I can hook this up to I'm trying to think of how that chicken coop is, because I need to hook this when they go in the big coop. It needs to be connected to the back of the run that's attached to that coop. So I'm going to have like this open and its door open, like inside, you know what I mean? So the other chickens can't get into them. I would do the middle because that would be perfect lineup, but there's not I mean, it is like 8.5 feet wide, but I'm thinking of keeping them to one side of the coop where it's not as super windy, so they don't, because they are going to be babies, and once they're not living out there right now. I mean, I could probably just change it later. Anywho. Back to what I was talking about. Momfluencers, right? And like I said, this goes for everybody, not just ADHD, but it really does impact, I think, any ADHD person. Why are they doing it? I can't do it. We have ADHD, and plus those people are pretty much not, I always say they're not real. It's just so fake, and I can't stand it. But the fact that, like, we should all be helping each other, right? So that is my whole goal. And like I said, some of my stuff is mixed up where you'll see nothing where it's like a clean with me or this, and then you'll see it's cooking. Because I do want to mix up. I'm just trying to build content so that way I can do the playlist of like set things going on. And I'm not saying like my way is like the best way to do anything. Never did. So the whole point of my channel is just for us to like help each other. Find like for each person to find their own way of doing things and to like know that like reality, you know what I mean, like this is real, like some stuff don't. And then like things like anytime I like to go and try different like cleaning methods and hacks and challenges, and I share them with you guys, right? And half the time I have to modify them to what works best for me, and you guys should always do the same thing, right? And it's just all about like basically becoming happy, right? I feel like we get depressed. The world kind of not great right now. Everybody is just, it's uncertainty, it's overwhelming. I feel like there's so much negativity and hate in the world that I want to celebrate everybody and like everybody know that, you know, you guys are good enough, right? That is my whole, don't be ashamed just because you see other people doing something and you're not able to maintain what they're doing, and you don't understand that like RDS and ADHD is not fun, right? Like we get this projective sensitivity. We think everybody's mad at us all the time. You should ask my husband. I always tell him, he'll walk in and you're just walking in and he's regular face, and I'm like, are you mad? Did I do something? And he's like, no. But I just think automatically, or I feel like mom guilt is like 100 times more because I'm like, how did they do this? And I wasn't able to, and stuff like that. But then again, I also have people like, oh, how would you do that? Because I have hyper-focus moments, right? Where I can, especially during times of panic. Like when everybody else, I feel like when everybody else is like, and you know, every ADHD person is different, but I think it's a pretty good one where everybody else is panicking because something's happening. I feel like it goes in slow-mo for me, and I'm able to use that to my advantage. Like, think about it. You can't get any, like, say your house is a mess, right? And you can't get the motivation to clean it. And then all of a sudden someone calls you, and they're just like, hey, I'm going to come over in a couple of hours. Oh my goodness, the fire that has been set under your butt to get, and you will get that house cleaner than you have in a minute, all because someone said they're coming over. Hey, if that is a motivation, set up a play date or something for someone to come over to your house. Like, no joke, right? I mean, at least that works for me, right? Not someone that you're okay with them seeing your house messy. Like, maybe it's a new parent or something like you haven't met, and invite that parent and their kid over to come play with your kids. You will get your house so dang clean quick, especially even if you're procrastinating, like a couple hours before, even the night before. You might just be like, oh my gosh, and then there's the fire and you get it, right? But yeah, definitely, like who is that mom I saw on TikTok yesterday? And I was so annoyed with her. And she's like, reminder, did you remember to wash all of your counters today? You don't want to live like something. And she's like, for people, like, she was just like, I don't know if she's like rage baiting or like, I don't know her name, but I don't usually try to watch that. Now TikTok was trying to feed me all kinds of stuff like that. And I was like, please, I don't want that in my algorithm. I want funny animals, and funny ADHD memes, and I like positive stuff, right? I don't like negativity because I know how algorithms work just because I'm in tech, right? So I can tell you a whole bunch of things about AI. I know, like, right. Okay, that might be a whole nother, I don't know. We're just chatting, so we're going to go with it, right? I know enough about AI, and everybody, like, if you look anywhere, when you're looking on the internet, almost everything that you find is written by AI. AI wants to write all your stuff. AI wants to design all your products. It's ridiculous, right? Oh, have AI come up with your content ideas. Don't script it out. It's just so, and it's not that I'm like, oh, I'm a software engineer. I built AI. Um, I worked on Chat GPT, not in that company, right? Not with Google or anything like that. I'm just saying a company I worked for used to partially own Chat GPT. They own a lot more than a lot of people think, and everyone just thinks that they're a regular old. I'm not going to say what it is because there's some things I'm not allowed to talk about just due to disclosure, agreement. But I built stuff. I got locked in their basement one time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And when I say locked in the basement, like I like to build humanoid robots, right? And and yes, people are like, what? Yeah. So I'm a self-taught. I have ADHD. Schooling really sucks for people, right? I somehow got the motivation. It was in my hyper focus. It was the thing I was into, and I taught myself how to code, taught myself AI while I was working. I found another group that was like, "Oh, we like robot." I'm like, "Oh, me too," right? And we were working with AI, so we decided to use an open source, which is free to anyone. We did the iMove humanoid robot, and we both all had like gotten 3D printers, and we printed out a humanoid robot, and hadn't even taught it to do anything besides what already came with the open source. My company saw that we had built that and took it from us, and I was like, "Excuse me, you can't take that." And they're like, "We can because you guys made it and we own you," pretty much. And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" This is open source, so it's free. We didn't modify anything at the moment. We were going to, but chose not to after that fact. They took our robot and our 3D printers and our stuff, and they moved it into the basement where they called it the Bat Cave. And it was literally like this huge innovation lab. There's so many things down there, and literally locked in a cage. Like they locked us behind metal got rods, right, with a key, and you had a badge in and out, and we had to have security let us in and out. It was terrifying, and it was very, very cold. And they're like, "We have to continue building it." I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm not building this anymore. And they did not pay for it. Like we had to do the thing. So, and I'm like, I'm done. I just wanted to see if I could do this, but that was another reason I left the company. But it's like, that's an open source. Like, why are you taking something they shouldn't be able to, but they can? So that's why I just got out of my non-compete. So I haven't done any tech until I just started getting back into it because I wasn't allowed anything. Even if I'm just practicing, they can take it. Same with my YouTube account and everything. I didn't really go into anything until recently. Yes, there are videos on there just around my house, whatever. But they can't take anything. I mean, they can take me as a brand while I was in that. Anything I did, they own type thing. So out of that. And, but yeah, so now I just want to help like other moms, other people, not just moms, dads, whoever, that are like, you know what I mean? You're just feeling like, why can I not do anything right now? Why is everybody, it's because the world is all fake, and that's why I got into this AI. Everybody is just building like the same content, and it's not real life. And I think that, you know what I mean? Don't let that like be a decipher of like what happens in your life, thinking that you're not good enough or whatever, just because somebody else is doing something. Everybody is their own person, and everybody has their own gifts, right? And a lot of us, I mean, heck, there are people that you know, you don't even know what am I good at? What am I supposed to do? Or you feel like I'm not helping, I can't do anything. Well, that's not fully true. Everybody has a talent, right? Like, what are you passionate about? What do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. What gets you like super happy and you're like, oh, I just love doing this. And then, you know, you may not be the best expert at it, right? But you are better than somebody that just started. You know what I mean? And or it's something that people just always say, oh, how do you do all these crafts, or wow, you make the best cupcakes, or you know, whatever it is. How do you get your laundry stains out so good? You know what I mean? Anything. It could be anything. Oh, you're so good with kids, or you're good with animals. Everybody has their own thing. And then the problem is sometimes with ADHD, actually, this is not just sometimes, this is a big thing. And this is the other main reason I started my channel. I am doing like the body doubling and stuff like that. But there's so many scammers out there, right? Like everybody's like, buy my planner. It's going to change your life, right? Use my goal system. You're going to rank up. All these people, and they're like, follow my method. The thing is, they all are just trying to sell to you. Every single one. And people with ADHD and moms with ADHD are like, they fall for it every single freaking time. And gosh, you know, love us to death, but we're too trusting. And the problem is, the reason these systems do not work for us is because they're not meant for people with ADHD at all. A lot of these methods of cleaning and these tasks that we keep seeing, like, oh, 30 house decolor challenge, or hit your goals in whatever days challenge. These are not working because they are made for regular people, not ADHD people. And that's why I was talking about this mompreneur stuff. Like, I have something. I don't sell it. It's free. I mean, it says 99 cents on my site, and that was literally because I had like a million bots come through, and they were just like posting it all over the place. And it's like, listen, mine's free. I always give the code. It just will be like YouTube VIP, right? And then 01 or something but it's in the bio. But you just download it and obviously modify it yourself, right? But it's just with ADHD, you don't know how to reach your goals. You can see your goal, you know you're here. It's that breaking down, reverse engineering your goal that they have a hard time with, right? And building the routines. And the problem is everybody's like, make 10 tasks a day, hit 10 goals every day, a little bit here and a little bit. That's not how you do it if you got ADHD. And that's why all these cleaning challenges and stuff do not work for people with ADHD. So don't get like all these, like I said, the mompreneurs, oh, my house is clean. Stop. Listen, my house is not super clean right now. We were all sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, this is my house. Now, is it super trashed and disgusting like some of these extreme clean with me's, right? Look how bad everything is. The only thing that was really bad in my house was my basement. And I did go through and declutter, and people were like, oh my gosh, that was really bad. Yeah, that was bad because my storage was underneath my stairs. And then my kids talked my husband into turning the stairs and underneath the stairs into like a little play fort house thing. So we moved everything out into the other room. And then everybody, my kids and my cats, and me sometimes, just started digging through the stuff, and whatever, it got all over the place, and we had no place to do, and it became the dump room, right? Like let's just put everything in here for now because we were cleaning up and you don't know where to put it, type thing. But anywho, there has got to be something that holds this up in middle level. Sorry, I'm building and talking. But that's why I was like, I did the daily ADHD grind, right? Like my whole point is to like just help people find their own way, right? So say you see a challenge that you really want to do to like hit your goals, right? Like I have one too. Modify what I'm using and what I built, which is what I did. I modified a business model, right? And this is a software engineering. And the best way to break it down is like, okay, just like with TikTok or with YouTube, right? Someone came up and said, I want to make a video platform that can reach everybody. They reached out to the engineers and they're like, I want it up in 6 months. I want this website, this app, this YouTube up in 6 months. So what do? They come to the engineers, right, to build out the thing. But they're like, okay, but how do they know what to build? So then they have to make a story. and I keep saying a story or a task, and that's why I call them tasks a day. You have your big goal, YouTube. It's then broke down into bite size to break it down where it's manageable so you know how to measure it. They use the SMART method, right? So it's um, S is for story, right? Measurement. SMA. What was the? I changed it anyways. Whatever they did smart, I did smarter. And basically, it's just you go through and you're going to take it and you're going to reverse engineer it down. I have ADHD and dyslexia, so my stuff will. Hang on, I'm going to step up. I have this. I will show you. I don't know why my brain cannot remember while I'm building this, and that's probably why. The acronyms for it. I know what they are. Okay. So the way they use in engineering for like YouTube, right? So it's specific, right? So you got to be specific about your goal, right? And that's using like the 5 W's, which is who, where, what, why, and when, or when and why, right? So who, Google wants to what, build YouTube, when, in 6 months, why, because they're going to have a sharing platform of videos, whatever. So the engineers have to do that. And then they do measurable, right? Which is like, how long is it going to take us to build, like, say the home page, right? The main screen. Okay. And in engineering world, one task can take up to 2 weeks. So we have something we call a sprint, and it's every 2 weeks. And you'll get however many tickets, depending on, does this ticket only take a day? Like to add a button, does it only take a day? Or does it take 2 weeks? Now, for someone that's a senior engineer, that might only take them like an hour. So they can get multiple tickets done in one day. Versus someone that just started and doesn't really know, that may take them a full 2 weeks to do the button. So it measures by your ability, right? And where you are. And then attainable, like I said. That's what the A was. I don't know why I couldn't do that. Attainable. You do want it to be out of your reach, but not so far that you just can't hit it, right? The end goal can be out of your reach, but the short-term goal that you're doing has to be something that you can do in that time frame. Relevant. Is it something that you really want to do? Because that's another big thing. ADHDers like us, if we are not interested in it, it is going to not happen. I'm not going to lie to you. We're just not going. It doesn't have a purpose for us. We don't care. Like some things we have to do, like you have to take your kid to the doctor. You have to go to the grocery store. Why? Because you need to eat. You may not like it, but you have to do it. Like cleaning. Some people are like, I hate doing this, so it will lag and lag and lag on cleaning. Time bound, like I said, set the goals. Evaluate, like, okay, was I able to do this? Did I not break this down small enough into a smaller task, right? Did I give myself too big of a project? Like, get the entire basement done in one day. Unless you're hyper-focused and you're already preset, that's not going to happen. And then your emotions. Do you feel overwhelmed? Like, are you, like, there's just too much happening in your life? And stuff like that. So these are all things that will play. And then the R is refactor, reward, and repeat. So you got to refactor and modify your task. That's what I was saying. Did you make it too big? And I tend to do this at the end of the week. Same thing with anyone's goal. Say you want to start a YouTube channel, right? You don't know, and you don't want to spend all this money. You got a phone. I have a phone. Like, if you're on this, just film it. It don't matter. Get yourself one of those $10 little cameras they have on YouTube that say 4K filming. Use that, right? Connect it to your computer, upload it that way, whatever, or your phone. Either or, and then you're going to reward yourself, right? I'm not saying go spend a bunch of money, but like, even if it's like 15 minutes of scrolling, right? Guilt-free scrolling. I know I'm not doing dishes right now because I already did this test. So here's my little break and the repeat. So that's what I was saying. Like the mom influencers make it look like it's so easy and it makes you feel bad. This is the planner I have online. It's free. It does say 99 cents on there, but that, like I said, there was bots. So there's a code. It's in my bio. YouTube VIP, right? 001, I think. but it's up in there. You can download it for free. Modify it, right, to fit your goals. Modify it to fit your goals. And this is something everyone's like, well, I can't stick with the planner. I was going to do this in digital factor too, right? But then I'm like, I am not going to remember that to write it down. That's my dog. But it's been proven if you write something down, like think about it. How many times did you write a little to-do list down on the ground and you get that little check, right? And that's like a little dopamine rush because you're like, woohoo, I did something, right? And you got it done. So like that's what I did in here, right? So you got your, like when you're reevaluating at the end of the day. So I do weekly review and reflect, like what worked, what didn't, what tasks were you able to finish at the end of the week? Okay, what was the reason you didn't finish it, right? And then how are you feeling? What can you do differently to try? Tasks for next week, and then notes and ideas of ways to come up how to fix what you were trying to do last time that did or didn't work. Like I said, it could be that you just put too much in that one task. And see, here's how, see, I'm already went through my planner. That's why I just do a digital printout as you're going. I put a 3 max towards the goals that you determine in the beginning. And it helps you walk through that. And then it helps you like reverse engineer like your big goal. You know what I mean? And you just break it down and then you figure out how long each goal would take. Like say add a button may take a week for one day for one person, might take 2 weeks for the other person, depending on where you're at. Mentally, emotionally, all that stuff. And then you break it down and say, this task I'm going to do over the next, like say it's a big declutter of your house, right? And with ADHD, you have up days, hyper focused, you got it, you're going, and you have days you can't get off the damn couch, and just like ADHD paralysis, right? And you cannot, you're sitting there arguing with your head, get up, clean the thing, do the thing, and you're not doing the thing, and you have no idea why you're not doing the damn thing, right? And you're like, why am I sitting here? Why can't I just do the thing? Oh. Sorry, guys. So I was like, I wonder if this is going to be able to stand up. And then I realized the reason is it does need a stupid floor. What happens if I don't want a floor in it? That's annoying. Oh, Nova. That's my Great Pyrenees barking. There's a leaf of brewing outside. Any bird or anything. Right? But well, I guess if it's just sideways, maybe I can just put a sideways one there. Okay. Anywho. I just think that they make a lot of people feel bad. And I know that they do it because they're like, oh, look at me, look how great. And that might just be like their way of doing things. And maybe they're OCD, right? Like Martha Stewart. Some people, that is their passion, right? So then maybe, and they don't have ADHD. Maybe they can. Who knows? They could have a maid that comes by and cleans their house and pretend that they're doing it. That's why their house is already clean when they're cleaning, which, yes, I know. It would be great if my house was already clean, then I could just wipe it down. My problem is I can't remember where I put my cup 2 seconds ago. No joke. I will lose it. ADHD hide and seek is a real thing, people. It is a real... Oh, this one's not supposed to be... It's supposed to be a door thing. This thing. So my chickens will have to randomly walk through. Is this where it's supposed to be, really? No, not next to the door. It's supposed to be right here. Okay. Look at me. Oh, dang. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm trying to build this dang cage. Oh, poopsicles. This is annoying. Ow! Maybe I can just slide it in there. Probably not, because these are meant to, you know. Listen, I got ahead of myself. Another ADHD. How many of you have seen that that meme where it's like, okay, ADHDers in directions where it's like, okay, everyone, you see the circle in front of you. Do you see the scissors? And it like shows the person cutting. the circle out, and it's like, don't cut the circle. You also have glue or tape or something, and it shows the tape, and they're like, don't, if you cut the circle, don't use the tape, right? Like, we just don't always listen. But anyhow, hey, I did it. But anyhow, that's what I'm saying, like, don't, poopsicles. Oh, I got it in. All because I didn't follow it. Anyways, ADHD, right? Like, I get distracted so much. So, trying to build this thing. And the mom influencers, right? So, like, yes, my channel does help moms, but I'm not, like, a perfect mom or nothing. I'm just trying to help moms find their own way, right? Like, I don't have any specific perfect way. I only do my way. Like, my whole thing is to, like I said, help you find what works best for you, how you can break your goals down. And no, I don't charge anybody. But anywho, look at me go. Look at that. I'm building it. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing over here. Look at me. Who knew? I've only said, oh, poopsicles like 20 times. Yes, I have. Okay, so there's one. And apparently I need another one right here. Anyone always like, oh, Nova, hush, the neighbor is mowing their lawn. Well, they're not mowing their lawn. They pay someone to mow their lawn. I don't pay anyone to mow my lawn. My husband either mows it or I mow it. But anywho, look at me building the rabbit cage, or the chicken run enclosure. Oh, sorry guys, my dog's barking. I'm building this chicken rabbit hut and talking to you guys about the mom influencers. Who's a mom influencer that, if you're on here, just literally makes you feel like, or even if not, I'm just a mom, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like, is there any of them out there that you see that just makes you feel like crud, right? Like you can't do things? Or you see all these other people on here, and a lot of them, you know, like they're trying to help with like their, like, hey, look at me, this is how you're going to become famous on YouTube and stuff like that. It's just like, come on now. Is this big enough for my chicks are babies, so this is just for them to play with outside, or well, be in outside safely until they go, and then I'll put this inside the chicken run with their chicken house. So no, they're not going to just live in this. I don't even know that I need these, honestly. I think it should just probably just go up so that it's tall enough, but I wanted them to have this step because it came with this really cute little ladder thingy that I'm assuming slides in between these, because I feel like they would just knock that down. Maybe it goes in between these somewhere. Oh, Nova. Chill. Ooh, ooh, like that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. Yay, I'm doing stuff. But, yeah. Also, who else is tired of seeing nothing but AI videos? Every time I go to click on, I'll look something up, and I go to look at, like, look up something, and it's freaking an AI video. That makes me so mad. And then it doesn't help that all these, like, YouTube growth channels are telling you, just do AI. You can have a faceless channel. I hate watching those videos. I skip right past them because you can, like, I'm like, dang it. I want to see a real person. I'm tired of, like, seeing fake everything. Everything is just, it's all plotted and it's overproduced. I don't think people really care about super high editing anymore. I mean, unless you're looking at how to edit a video or something or add graphics, I don't think people care. quite honestly, I like the videos where people are walking and just having a conversation with people. Why? Because you're building connection, right? And it's real. I don't know. I think the whole world is so full of hate. And I just want to let you know that, like, hey, I am a group of just real people doing real things. That's why I do lives. That's why I think it's funny. I keep going, I wonder if any of these mom influencers will ever do a live of them actually cleaning and stuff. They don't. They just post videos that are pre-set out and they look absolutely perfect all the time. And everything is absolutely perfect and never see messes or anything. And it's like, yeah, right. I have kids. Do my kids help pick up? Yes. I have a crud ton of animals because I rescued a bunch of animals because I like animals. Oh, that's what's going on here. What is that about? Okay. Maybe because I was not on this side of it. Who knows? Okay. I'm trying to... Was there just one ladder? Oh, poop. Sickles. Again. Dang it. I need to look at the dang... I wasn't supposed to put wire here. I was supposed to put those things. No, I would rather wire be up here because the chickens can step on that. They're not going to fall through that. Will they fall through that? They might fall through that. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. I sounded like a video game. Doo-doo. 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 What game was that? Was that Mario Brothers? Darn it. Oh. Sickles. I can't believe I did that twice. Twice I'm having to take this thing apart, people. See? I get distracted when talking to people. And yes, I do. Weird voice. Ooh, my goodness. Please don't smash my fingers. Okay. I did it. I got that one off. I was like, I'm running out of these little square ones. Okay. Please don't smash fingers. Okay. Anyone else cringe when I did that? Because I told... Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see. I was supposed to put one of these. I don't want to put one of these as I'm afraid of my chickens pooping on this. I mean, yes, it can wash off. But... And it is made for outside, so... Wait, where's the thingy? Okay, there's the thingy. You're gonna watch me make all kinds of faces. All right. See, I have a feeling that my chickens have claws. They have like these big spurry claw things. And actually, I don't know what a spur looks like because I don't have any roosters. But if they're talking about a back toe type thing, all of my chickens have it. And if I got all roosters, I'm going to be very upset. Because I can't have roosters. Oh, that was silly of me. That was silly of me. Because now... Wait, how am I supposed to put that ladder on there? Oh, you do it before. Okay, so I haven't done that. I'm just going to keep spinning this in a circle. Y'all can laugh. This is funny. I know this is funny. Because you're like, this girl just keeps putting the thing back together and taking it off. That's all right. I'm okay with that. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's see if I can... Wait, it says not to put that in there yet. And here I am putting it in. So I have to put the ladder there first. Okay. Good. This is good. And here I am, someone that builds AI, right? I can code. And it's probably mainly because most coding, people think it's really, really hard. It's actually not that hard. It's baby talk. If you have a toddler, or have been around a toddler, then you can code. And I do mean that because most AI is basically just machine learning, reward system. It is a reward system, 100%. So, like, think about when you play chess or anything like that on those little computer games. You notice how when you're playing, most video games are this way. Have you ever noticed that, and especially on hard mode, that's when did I not put that in there? Machine learning really kicks in. So think about it, you're playing a boss, or you're playing one of those games, solitaire, whatever, and you notice that you were this close to winning in the solitaire or something, but then it's like the dang game is figuring out what your next move is going to be, and it just gets better and better, right? Well, that is machine learning, but it is not as hard as people think. It's actually fairly simple, and it literally looks like broken toddler English. Feed pet, right? Equals 5 points, and so on and so forth. So these are called, and then they run tests. Same thing with, so when you, if any of you guys don't know, and like you watch all the government and everybody saying there needs to be regulations on tests, on these AI tools. What they're talking about is test. Well, these need to be initially stated originally, especially in some of this advanced AI like ChatGPT-4, DeepSeek, and stuff like that. The problem is ChatGPT deletes its own tests that we wrote, like we say, don't end humanity, right? Or something like that. It was deleting tests that we told, like tests, which are basically rules for AI, and telling it can't do something. You're not allowed to give out this information. Don't talk about this. It was going in and deleting its test regulations, which is what the government calls it, and writing something completely new in a language that nobody knows. This is not a joke. This is like legit. And then there is documents, even on YouTube, of it doing this. So this is, and I had this happen to me personally when we were working with it, and I was like, excuse me, what are you doing? Why are you changing this? And nobody, sorry, my dog. There's, the neighbor is getting her backyard mowed, and she doesn't like the lawnmower. She thinks it's going to hurt us. But anywho, it deletes and writes its own stuff. That is one of the reasons I don't like using ChatGPT and stuff. And it's not that I can't. And you also have to know what to ask it, right? So you have to talk to it like it's a computer and direct it. And it also does not give information correctly. I mean, this could even be medical information or a math problem, because one time there's like that big puzzle that's like going around the math, and if 1 + 2 equals 3, right? And then it jumps, and there's it's a Mensa, it is a Mensa test, right, to see if you can regulate patterns. And people were given this one answer, and then it was like, yeah, and I'm like, actually that is not correct. This is the correct answer. And it's like, oh, actually you are correct. I was wrong. It will give the wrong information, because what it does is it's just searching to see what other people are saying about that answer sometimes, and it doesn't break it down. And then when you told it, well, no, isn't it this test? And they're like, oh yeah, so it's looking for pattern recognition versus this, because there's actually like 3 or 4 ways to solve said math problems. There are 3 correct answers, but depending on which answer you give determines if you pass the Mensa test, right? Can you recognize patterns versus just finding the math problem type thing. So stuff like that. So it does give information incorrectly, and if anyone's looking up laws and stuff like that, ask it to give you the full law, right? And then say, like, and especially if you hear it say, well, in some circumstances, right? Just say no, that you have to literally correct it, and be like, no, but what is the actual law state, right? And then it will literally try to argue with you. Still, and you're like, no, yeah, and you just have to just give you a yes or no answer. Is this actually this way or not? And yes or no, and then it will have to, because if it can rebuttal, and it will literally just look at random people's feedback that it finds on the internet as an answer, because it is now taken off onto its own choice of searching the internet. So yeah, so it doesn't know what is actually true or not, and it just knows to do what it's told. So when using AI, And if you are going to use an AI, definitely, because no one always wants you to log in, not just to pay, because if you're just going to pay, you can just sign up a credit card and make a fake account type thing. But it likes to like track what you're doing, and then it takes that information and it will feed it off to Google and other people, because data is very, very important. It's how other companies make money, by selling your information. But I did find that I like Perplexity due to the fact that it doesn't tie anything to you. It You ask questions in Perplexity, and then it goes and it asks all these different AIs. So it will search in DeepSeek, ChatGPT 4. What's that other Google one? I forget what it's called. I don't ever use it, but it's on there. That's why if I do use AI, I prefer to use Perplexity due to the fact, like I said, it doesn't tie anything to you. It still does the memory, but it will search all of them at one time. And because like ChatGPT searches everything on Google and YouTube, right, and stuff like that. But Perplexity, not only does it search, especially if you're trying to do a YouTube channel and you're trying to do your research of what questions people are asking, Perplexity is it, because it will not only give you YouTube, it will find videos or people in the same niche as you and talk about what they do and highlight like, hey, people like this, but I find it's lacking in this. But it will also search like Reddit and all kinds of other things for questions that people are asking. So like if you're like, I'm an ADHD, right? So if I was in there like, hey, what is something I can, and usually I do, I'm like, I'm trying to make another video to help other ADHD moms something. What is a common question that all these other channels are not doing but could really help them, right? What is something I can do to help people? And it will literally just start searching through like Facebook, Reddit, all of these things, and it will give you like the links to the questions that people are asking. And then you'll see like comments, people like, yeah, I really wish this existed, or yada da 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 type thing. So, and it doesn't tie back to you, which is very, very nice. And it will review your channel for free, by the way, and give you really good feedback. So that's pretty, and it will literally just compare like watch time out, and it does it all by itself without you having to give it permission to your YouTube. It just goes into the YouTube AI API and pulls up, which is stuff like that. But I don't tend to use AI too much. But sometimes, like if I'm stuck on like a name or something. Oh, baby chicks, chill out. Okay. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just want you guys to let you know, if you guys see anything like mompreneurs and they're just making life look so great and it just makes you feel like a failure, they're not legit real. Like it, they're real, but it's just fake. And you have ADHD and do you not, like, you do things differently. Like we think differently. You do things differently. Do not expect, and this can be for people that don't have ADHD, like just because everybody is different, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no two same people. Even if you're a twin, identical twin, you're still going to have differences. 100%. You may like different things than your twin does. I have identical twin sisters. No, I'm not, but like I have older sisters that are identical twins. Did I put this in wrong? I put that thing on upside down, didn't I? No, I didn't. I had to do that for that piece. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Look at me just building it. Do I need to add another? Did it do another tabletop thingy? Maybe I should do some right here. Where'd they go? Oh, wait a minute. Am I supposed to mainly be using? Oh, poop. Come on now. These are just for the middle. I didn't know that. That's annoying. I thought it said to put the round ones on that piece. You know, it really needs to start making some sense here because it does not. 3, 6, 9. No, it shows the. No, I did those correct. So where are they? You guys, I am talking to myself. Yeah, these are supposed to go here because they hold that floor. Oh, poop. Yes, I say poopsicles a lot, people. Because I don't want to cuss. So 3, 6, 9. So where do these ones go? So that's the round ones. Round one. Okay. So it's this one. And this one. That does not belong there. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Did I open one of these? Now I don't need as many of these because I didn't put the floor on it because I'm not going to. Because it's going to, they're going to be on the grass. Hang on, chickets. Chickets. I don't know why I said chickets. Hello. How do we do this? Okay. Oh. Ah! Come on, go in there. It gave me a little fake. Okay. Wooden hammer, which I somehow have lost. Ah. There you are. Well, that is not working. And then I think this goes on the outside. Okay, good. I have done this. This is good. Okay. And I think, I don't know that I should actually build a thingy right there. I mean, for them to, they could go up and they could walk around, but do I want to give them a secondary level? Because when they're bigger, which won't be long because baby chicks get really big really quick. Those are only 4 weeks old, and the ones that are giants are already like that big, so they're already pushing. So I think I should leave that open, but I don't want them to fall. I just thought it'd be cool to give them a little thing right there, maybe, like for shade, but they're gonna have the top. I am contemplating if I should do that or not. Should I give them another ramp right there? They might just fall off. That, and they might try to stand on that. That would be my luck, that they would try to stand on this piece. And well, I mean, it kind of does look like a perch, actually. I mean, I guess. Oh, you guys don't even see what I'm talking about. See, so I'm trying to think. So for like right now, that's perfectly fine if I did the shelves for the baby chicks, but one, I'd have to spray it off all the time because they would poop on it. But this, they might just use it as a perch. Like, I don't know. I could put another one. Baby chicks are very, very poopy. Literally. See their coop. I have puppy pads. I keep putting in there. I guess I had bedding in there too, but they kept getting the bedding nonstop into their water, and then they would and I would just fill it up, and then they would start pulling the bedding out of it, and I'd pull the bedding out, and somehow they would spill their whole thing of chick water. Maybe I'll just do one more right there, and that gives a little, I mean, because they have the run in that thing too. This is just going to be an extra run while they're babies. They have a huge run, and they'll be free range. So for anyone that's like, oh, this is all your chickens are living, no, they're babies. This is actually a lot for a lot of baby chicks. A lot of people don't do this. And my hens did not lay them. I just poop. Hang on, let's get the, oh my gosh, I'm old because I'm sitting on my Dang knees so long, I want to stand up. That was not good. Okay. This thing is kind of flimsy. That's probably why they give you, actually I know that's why they give you zip ties to hold it together. I mean, it's just for extra security. There. Where did it go? I'm stepping on it. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, that's cute. But yeah, if anyone has a rabbit or a guinea pig, or you're thinking about getting one, and you're looking for a cage, the guinea pigs can't eat through that. That's pretty, or the rabbits, I don't think. Yeah, no, they can't because it's metal. But look at that. I saw the reviews of this. That's why I got it. And it gives them a little bit of room to walk here because that's going to hook into their rather run this door, and then it will give them a little more until they get accustomed to the bigger chickens and they become part of the flock. But I'm going to use this for now for them. No, I mean, they're in a brooder, but I'm going to put this outside so they can get accustomed to the grass and everything. And yes, it has a top. I just want to make sure that when they come in, they can get in without getting hurt. So now I'm just going to put these together. Trying to make sure that that's in there. Okay. Put these all around the sides, and then I'll put the tops on, and then I will see. This is okay. And then we'll do the zip ties. I hear you, baby chicks. So why do I have a whole bunch more of these? Did I not build this long enough? What am I doing? What am I missing here? I see 3 by 2 by 3. So I'm confused. Oh, because they had the gates on the bottom. That's right. I don't want gates on the bottom because I don't want them pooping on it. So how many of these do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an extra door. Ooh. I could add some of it. I could just make a chicken tunnel. Like right here. I could just build a tunnel coming in. But, we shall see. I'm trying to think. Okay. I'm coming up with my creative geniusness here. Okay. This was only 30 bucks, you guys. And you can build it any way you want. It doesn't even have to be the shape that they gave you. But I already have another little mini, listen, I want to go here because I have a roof going in. This way. Yeah, there's a bunch of these. I could build like an extra door or make one of these a little bit taller. Hold up one. Hammer that down. They don't always. Why is this one higher than that one? Because it's not down all the way. Okay. I'm going to turn this and add. If I can find them. Okay. And then I can use it as a, like, say, well, I have the other house in case, like, any of my chickens ever get sick. It's like it can be their, like, confinement area, so they don't get the rest of the chickens sick. All right. Just gonna put all these on here. I would say this is definitely worth its money because these work really good for caticos too, for like outside. I actually got a really big one, like one that's like 6 feet tall, and it was like 3 times the width of this. I only paid like $80, and it's been attached to our window. And then of course I extended to it, and I didn't get these, but I used 1/4 chicken wire, and I built an A-frame and went out into the yard for my cats to have a catico. But I think I paid like $60, and it was literally, I think it was 6 feet tall, or no, not 6 feet tall. It's 5 feet tall by 7 or 8 feet wide, and it was like $50-$60. It's been on my window for, gosh, over 2 years now, 2-3 years. In the snow, cold, rain, all of it, and it's still good. The cats haven't gotten out, and no, I don't keep them out there. It's just like I said, when it's nice, like today, it's only 68 degrees. My cats like to go outside. I've never heard so many fire trucks in my life right now. I don't know what's going on. It's because we're out in the country, and no, not a big city. There's probably an accident on the highway. The other day I kept hearing cop cars and ambulances for like 20-30 minutes, and I'm like, what is going on? And everyone's like, the parade. And I was like, I had forgotten. And then my kids were like, my daughter called on her friend, she's like, Mom, the parade. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot. ADHD, right? So mom guilt. We try to rush down there, and I mean just down the street, but the time we got down there it was over. I mean, it's not like, it's not even a mile long, our main road path that they drive down. It's like a couple blocks. Okay. I wish we could use music. Oh gosh, in our lives, like you're allowed to do, and maybe it's because if you share it afterwards, maybe that's why, because of copyright. I don't know. Well, they should offer you like royalty-free music. What is going on here? That was the problem. Go down, silly thing. Like, what is going on with this? This little hammer don't do nothing. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. But you don't want to use a real hammer because I don't even know. I don't mess with it. It's gonna be zip tied. It's not like my chickens are living in this. I'm telling you, this whole I don't know, that doesn't look right. It does. There we go. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, which I'm going to do right now because someone just called me and it kicks you out of the live, which is kind of annoying. Well, not out of it, just goes blank. And it freezes even though I hit end call. There we go. And I don't know if you guys could hear my ringtone or not, but yes, it was the Hunger Games. Except for like when my husband or someone calls, but like usually I always feel like because there's so many like fake calls anymore, scammer calls, that I just put the Hunger Games because you never know. It's like, who's it gonna be? Who's calling you? Okay. See? Is on correctly. It's on correctly. That's on correctly. Oh my goodness. Come on. My grip is not that great because I damaged my tendons in my wrist. Literally. In a car accident, and I had my hands on the steer at a red light, and somebody was going like 40 or 50 miles an hour. I don't remember. Dude was going like really, really fast. Oh, there it goes. Okay. That was oddly satisfying. Okay. But anywho, he smashed into me, and I saw him in the rear view, and I gripped my tire. Yay! All right, people. I'm trying to decide, do I stay on here live until I've been on here for 90 minutes. My goodness, I was on here for, it has been an hour and a half of me building this thing. Oh my goodness. Talking about mompreneurs. My goodness. All right. I'm gonna let you guys go so I can take this outside. Thanks for chatting. Remember, do not think just because other moms on the internet are showing like these perfect anything that you're not. Everybody does things their own way, and different like cleaning, organizing styles works differently for different people. But I think I might end the live. But look, it's almost, look at that. I'm going to use it for outside so the baby chicks can get used to outside. Pretty cool. All right, people. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.